See how basically right to where the tallest tree is, the clouds seem to be pointing right to that, right? Like that strand of cloud comes down to it. All of this mass of stuff all seems to point down to there, right? Well, it does. That's that tip I had mentioned about earlier in another video. And these are cloudy orbs, bubbles, whatever. I know. It's hard to tell what to call them when there's no real name for them. And this is like the tip. The very tip of everything is right here. There's see-through bubble here. There's a gray smoky bubble here. There's a white bubble back and behind it. There's a gray bubble above it. This is see-through bubbles in the back here. See-through bubbles all back in through here. Right? And that's like, you could see this bubble just being, developed, and eventually it'll just dissipate and look like something else. And each bubble, like I say, each bubble, see this, you see almost right through that bubble, it's got all these other bubbles stuck to it. And that's what it's like, a shooting ball of bubbles that just keeps traveling through space and time in no hurry. And so this is all the bottom part of a larger bubble. See, this is a big bubble that's hanging down in here. It's all bubbles all hanging down everywhere, always. There's still a bubble there. It's not focusing very well. It doesn't know how. Everything is a different size bubble in the atmosphere. This is center here, big round bubble like an eyeball, goes all the way around. Yep, there's always more bubbles everywhere. Here's more bubbles everywhere. See, it's just, you gotta see the negative to be able to be positive. See, this is a bubble. There's a different color bubble, different color bubble. It's a ring of them. See, gray one here, clear one there, gray one there, clear one here, gray. It's like, it's always constant rings and rings of bubbles, because everything in the universe represents or just replicates the image of the tree of life. You've got an orb, and it's encircled by orbs, and it's filled by orbs all around orbs. So it will look like there's a core orb and then other orbs all the way around it. There's so many different ways that you look into the negative. Everything is bubbles. So like all the see-through bubbles, that's the clear sky. Those are all clear see-through bubbles. You won't be able to really tell where the edges of them are. But a lot of the other bubbles, like this one here, you can see inside here. This one's here, I was saying before, has got a circle all the way around it. They don't all look the same color, but they're all shaded into, this is the center here of this one. It's got a circle, and then it's got another circle around of orbs. They're everywhere, and it doesn't matter big or small. They're as huge as can be and as small as can be, all in the same space. See this center orb right here, and it's surrounded by different colored orbs, but they're orbs nonetheless. See that beautiful bubble right there with the other bubbles right beside it going around this way, but they also go around this way, they go around this way, They're everywhere. They go everywhere. Every shade you see, whenever you see a different shade, that's a different row of bubbles, which I would assume are all of a different intention, right? Like this row of bubbles all up through here with this center one. See, it goes all the way around that center one. It's the tree of life. It's what they've always talked about. It's not just some fictitious thing in the universe somewhere. It's this centerpiece right here where my finger's covering. It's got the gray circle around it, and then another lighter circle around it. It's all circles and circles and circles of bubbles, 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 filling in the spaces with other sized bubbles. So it gets really confusing trying to look at it, but once you know what you're looking for, you can see the negative in everything, and you can see that it's actually bubbles everywhere floating on mist, without the mist of clouds, which is also tiny bubbles. It's all but just masses of bubbles. I've showed it in video and in pictures that there's no way to, you take a picture of the universe right now, the sky, and then you try to zoom in and take a picture, and then take a picture of that and zoom in and take a picture and then zoom in, and you will never pixelate to square glitchy. It's always round. It's always a bubble. It's always a bubble. No matter how far you zoom into the next picture of the next depth of your screen of any one of these clouds, you will see that it's only bubbles. Bubbles and bubbles and bubbles of different colored bubbles. That's all we are. We all are just bubbles and color. Color. That's it.